Hang up there.
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Titletown, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. A top 25 showdown coming up, two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Longhorns offense will have the first possession of the game. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yes, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't have to be perfect as a quarterback when you throw to him. He can make you look good.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging.
And it's loose. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Touch pass on the jet sweep.
How you guys missed that? How those two dudes missed the corner?
Space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Going to the ground. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that one play.
The Longhorns are rolling down the field.
Oh, yeah.
Right back to the well. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coach is always hard about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job.
Want to see something? Want to see something funny?
Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Watch this. Nah. Yo, watch me. Look, I got thought. After I motion this dude, he steps off the line. Yeah, I could get all 5 dudes out if I wanted. No penalty.
To the ground, he's got it again. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages
Nah.
run the football. Get them on
They
the
don't.
ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way.
Win the crowd, and you will have your freedom.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Easy passing yards.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. Coming out with it, it's Adams. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So Alabama's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. And I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
He's going to take a shot right away. Pulls it in on the right. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Bama! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to add another. Right down the boulevard. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board, just like that. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse.
Yo, these dudes are friggin' thumping.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
I got the... Yo, I motioned this dude over last time. This friggin' backer left the box. They didn't replace him. He ain't go out that time. Oh, it's even worse.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And the ball's on the ground. It's as if that ball had a magnet going
That's a
back to
second
the
fumble.
offense. How in the world did they keep it?
I'm putting my shit on conservative.
In just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first.
Who scored on the first play?
They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
This isn't a good defensive look. I'm about to get fucking killed.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Inside the 45. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And you see so many of these plays now in today's football. Wide receiver coming in motion, and the quarterback catches it, just flips it forward. That's a completed pass. You see the big plays where it just lets him get on the edge really, really quickly. And if he drops the football coming in motion, it's just an incomplete pass. So these plays are getting big plays with really no risk.
Now the toss. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Touch pass on the run. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Little touch pass to the receiver.
Wow.
They tried to go smash mouth on third and
That's
short.
crazy.
It did not work against this defense.
I ran into that friggin' stud end.
Yards very often. Usually this short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get
Wow.
Nice job by the defense.
That is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. Here comes that Alabama offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
A loss of 7 yards on the play. Brings up second down.
This could have the earmarks of a wasted drive if they don't come up with something on second down from the 13. Wide receiver coming across in motion. To the air, it's Milrow.
What the hell?
His man. Still running at the 40. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
Who's just handed the ball off to a fucking bum?
Bringing up 2nd and 3. Bunch formation for these receivers. looking to throw on second down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Open space at the 25.
Hold it.
Slides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. So the offense will decline.
Holy smokes. Think so. Bama's not playing around, huh?
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. USC is currently ahead early.
Shit's making me sick.
Coliseum, but unlike the days of Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart, they just haven't been able to pull away.
Yo, these dudes are friggin' kicking my ass.
We'll circle back if anything big happens. You should know about it.
It's gonna fucking run it till they fucking stop it. Yo, they're lighting me up, Brian.
Take it as it gets him up to the 24. And now on second down for this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll give it to the back. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Come on, where the hell is it?
So they're facing third and short from the 25.
Holy crap!
Back to pass, it's Manning. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Longhorns will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Bringing it back, it's Adams. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Looking down the middle.
Yo, these dudes are nasty.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
And the quick shuffle pass. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Prentice. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown Tide! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Them.
It's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're lining up to boot it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Yo, they really just fucking... Holy shit.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Longhorns! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown.
Can't stop shit.
Now, last drive didn't take long, just 2 plays to get it in. And they top it off by going up top. 81 yards on the touchdown pass. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Alabama offense. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive.
Kidding me, dude?
Make sure I don't make that mistake.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his
Yeah.
receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air, it's Milroe. Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
They like Milroe, huh?
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the
I missed my field goal.
And that will extend their lead even further. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Well, he might have wanted to just let that one go to see if it would go into the end zone, but makes the fair catch at the 5. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Trying to find his man on first down. Lofts one high and deep. Makes the catch down the right side. They finally get him stopped. Man, oh man, did he almost make a play to end this half, but stopped on a touchdown.
Need a faster dude there. That's what I need.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
They're trying to get to it.
It'll come out empty. They're coming out in goal line.
They've been able to put together nothing. Now 3rd and long from their own 1. Gonna run it. It's Haynes. And sure,
go punt.
There to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, and
might go back to Jet.
But to get rid of the ball, he gets it away from his own end zone.
Only get the ball in the right hash though.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. First down for this offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Still running at the 35. Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Texas! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea.
Yeah.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. USC is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory. They're up by 25 over the Sharks. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes that Alabama offense. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really really love here, steal some momentum back in this ball.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
I don't like it 3 times in a row, but we'll see.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Back to throw, it's Milrow. Pressure coming. And the defense
Let's go.
loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes.
Let's go, Juliet.
And the defense gets him on the ground for the 4th time
Yeah.
today, by the way. They've pressured him. He's still done an unbelievable job making completions. But you know what? Get him on the ground when he's got the
Oh, look at the rip. That's the Brian Vaughn rip, dude.
Get him on the ground.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding
Wingo.
disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Makes a move. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this
I don't like that
offense.
dude over there, man.
Here comes the Texas offense. That last drive really productive.
I don't like,
With the touchdown, they'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much.
No, I don't
momentum
like-
in this game with back-to-back TDs.
I don't like their.
You want to talk about making
I don't want to
easy
run it
for the offensive
to their left defensive end.
On first down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short.
Nah, I'm just running dive.
The lone back's got it. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game.
I'm
You got
on
to
trap
get those
right
big
now,
plays
though.
up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Now on first down from the 30.
See if I.
Motion from the offense. Might as well give it to him again. And he's almost to that first down.
Yo, if I didn't have whatchamacallit on, I'd be totally screwed.
Bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down.
Conservative ball carrier.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down.
Dudes were lighting me up. I went 2 by 2. They moved the back last time. It's all right.
Looking for a crease. It's Baxter.
Yo, the left guard is dominating.
But not before he picks up the first down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very
Touchdown,
Let's go.
Longhorns. They look finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Ready to try the point after.
Really wish I hit that field goal, man.
And the extra point is good, and they have a 28-24 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're just about ready to kick it away.
Yo, these dudes got balls.
It's Adams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, With 3 and out last time, David, they'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Design quarterback runs. There's so many of them, so many ways to do it. But either way, it's about getting that extra blocker and getting a dynamic athlete. These quarterbacks are all dynamic athletes. They're basically running backs now playing quarterback, trying to get them in space.
And he breaks into the open. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
Yeah, I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
They're getting this guy lathered up. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
But right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort.
Yeah.
And this defense goes
Hunt that shit.
back sack, Jack.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake will get
Ooh, I don't know. I don't like that over there.
Now on this offense too, David, I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute.
Who is that?
Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Yeah, you see that slot corner over there, that nickel? He's nice, and the end is nice. I'm trying to stay away from it. Yo, that dude got 97 speed, dude.
Finding his way up to the 36.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. They want that clock to run. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. The option look. He'll toss it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Looking for room at the 30. And finally out of bounds after an explosion by this ball carrier.
And this receiver is so dangerous. There's so many different ways that he can hurt a defense. You got to throw it to him conventionally, but find creative ways to get him the football out in space and let him go to work.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes.
Get behind that big left guard, baby.
They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And this
anything can happen,
so
Biz.
Dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point 4th quarter lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Tennessee is on top, but it's not like
Bowling for dollars.
Martin playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 6 over Florida State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He wants to start this drive with a pass.
Oh!
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The offense set for a 1st down play. He's looking to throw it. Keeps it going. But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, you certainly
Let's go.
Time to throw.
Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. The give to the left. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff to the lone back. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's wrestled to the ground. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he'll finish the run in the end zone.
About those yards after contact, baby.
They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th.
I thought I was about to get friggin' 50-pieced.
And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. Rolling the dice
we hit.
to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13.
That would be nice.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
Now, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback.
Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Dropping back, it's Milrow. And they couldn't hold off.
Those
the
dudes
lead, and he
fucking
goes
flying.
down with the sack. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
Brings up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Dude should be hurt.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
All right.
He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late.
Brings up 2nd down.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Slides away. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Perhaps their punter is injured. Perhaps they don't like to punt. Perhaps they hold an inherent bias against kicking the ball to the other team. Whatever the reason, they'll go for it on 4th and a country mile. And that decision will be questioned for a while. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They can't stop the clock, and the defense really can't do anything about this, David.
Nah, great spot to be in for the offense. They know just take a knee, no timeouts for the defense, take the clock down to 0, Paul.
And they've got to feel good, too, David. Hard-fought game. It was a physical contest, but, man,
I want Bond there.
That is a sweet, sweet taste.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A offense getting set for first down. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback checking the play.
Yo!
The offensive line, that's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
Yo, I hate that, dude.
Not much of a decision to make. There's the defense will move him back. First down here for the offense. Dropping back, it's Manning. Hit as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. The freshman quarterback.
Fuck it. I ain't gonna keep doing that bullshit.
Hey, quarterbacks got to understand. I know you got your favorites.
I didn't.
Look out there. That guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him. But I got to take what the defense gives me. And double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack.
Ready?
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left.
That was my illegal formation. Going.
And they probably don't need to risk.
We're going jet to the bomb.
Here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Quick pass on the fly motion. Pulled down for the tackle. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Lets it fly. And the pass hits, picked off. Takes it the other way. And he's brought down after the pick, and time has expired here in the 4th. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And